Welcome to CIT180 Web Development, also called HTML and CSS Programming. I am your instructor, Lisa Ballback. If you cannot see the sidebar, if you show the sidebar by clicking on the toggle, you will see that I have a link to my LinkedIn profile. So if you're on LinkedIn, you can actually come in here, kind of take a look at all of my information to see what my background is. I also give you some of my background in the student introduction section. So if you don't have LinkedIn, you can still get some background information, and I will show you that in a minute. I did include my office phone. This semester, I am not going to be in the office much because I am teaching from home. So I have online classes and live stream. And we'll talk more about live stream in a minute, but live stream is like a traditional class, but we just don't drive to campus for it. So I did include my office phone, but the best way to get a hold of me is email. If you do call my office phone and leave a message, that message actually is forwarded to me in my email. So I will get it, but it may be quicker just to directly email me. As far as my office hours go, they are all live stream hours. So Monday and Wednesday, 12 to 1, Monday and Wednesday, 4:30 to 5:30, Tuesday, 3 to 4. If these don't work, we can find a different time to meet. Now, what the heck is live stream? And I'm going to hide the sidebar for a minute here. So basically how live stream works, it's like a traditional class, but instead of driving to the Beckett building, you will be attending class from your home. The link that I have here will take you into our classroom. It's the same link for the office hours as it is for class. Okay, if I'm not in there yet, it puts you in a waiting room. I tried to put a lovely picture in there of campus, of the bell tower, so hopefully you'll see it. But basically you're put in this waiting room until I get there, and then you're pulled into the class. And all you have to do is click on the link. Okay, and I listed the office hours right here for you. And I've also listed the live stream class, because during these class hours, I will also obviously be in our live stream classroom. I won't be in Zoom outside of class and office hours. So if you click on this link on a Sunday, I'm not going to be in there. So it'll put you in the waiting room, and you're going to be waiting a long time because I won't be there until 12 o'clock Monday. Okay, but to make it easy for you guys, I did put the link here. What I will also do is send out, I'll post an announcement, and that gets sent out through email. Okay, and I'll do that before class starts. Right below that link, I have links to our CIT department's LinkedIn page, our Facebook page, and our Twitter page. What we post on these pages are job opportunities and internship opportunities. Also, if we have any events that we are going to be participating in, those get posted. And so if you're on LinkedIn or Facebook or Twitter, you will probably want to follow us because there are local job opportunities, and you will see them if you follow. The news and announcements from your instructor, I will post invites to our live stream Zoom class, and I will also post invites to the office hours. I will do this for the first couple weeks, and then after that, I am going to expect you guys to just use the link. Other things I post in announcements would be typically after an assignment is due and I've corrected everything, I will post an announcement letting you know. Because then you know to come in, check the grade book. In this class, if you make a mistake, you can fix it and resubmit the assignment, and I will rescore it. In the developer world, you can learn probably more from fixing mistakes than you can from anything else. So mistakes are not bad. Okay, they are opportunities to learn in this class. So make sure you check the feedback, because I will tell you what the problem is and I will tell you how to fix it. And if the problem is not something that I can describe in a paragraph, I will create a video and I will show you what the problem is and I will show you how to fix it. Okay, so definitely you want to check the grade feedback. The student questions and answers section is for you to post questions to other students in this class. I don't tend to look at that discussion forum, so it's basically for you guys. Then we get down here to the lessons. We have 12 different lessons in this class, and you'll notice that I don't open them all right away. Having everything open first day of class can be overwhelming for some people. So I gradually open up all of the lessons. Pay attention to the weeks, okay, because the dates for each week are included. So if you see like 4 or 5 lessons and you know you've kept up, okay, you're not behind, look at the dates, because that'll indicate which lesson you're working on. Okay, so for the first week, we're going to be working on lesson 1. So if you click the arrow, it expands out the lesson. And then basically you can see everything that we are going to be doing in the first week. And it looks like a lot, but a lot of what we do the first week is what I call housekeeping. So it's kind of like getting everything ready. So for online students, obviously you have to watch the course overview, which we're doing right now. And online students also need to read the welcome message. Everyone needs to read the course syllabus. Okay, the syllabus is super important. It's like my contract with you, and it tells you how you're going to be graded. That's probably the most important thing in here. So it gives you a description of the course, what book you need, what software you need, the learning outcomes that we address in this course. Okay, the fact that we also cover a general education outcome, which is critical thinking. And then we get into grading. So in this class, you can earn 1,000 points. And this little table breaks it down, tells you that if you get 95 to 100%, you're going to have a 4.0. 90 to 94% is a 3.5. Okay, so your grade is based on points. How you get points? We have textbook assignments, which are more directive. There are videos embedded that show you and tell you how to do everything. The textbook assignments address what is in the chapter readings and the lecture demo. We have lab assignments. Those are not directive. Those are more free format. You can be creative. You can pick your own content. You tend to have minimal requirements that you need to meet. I do not do videos in the lab assignments because you are picking your own content. We do have a final project and a project showcase. The final project is in lesson 12. Instead of a lab assignment, you work on the final project. And the showcase is just a way for you to share what you did with everybody else in the class. We do have discussions periodically in the semester. Some of them are for you to share pages that you created with your classmates. And when you share the pages, you're typically asked design-related questions. You know, why did you pick the layout that you chose? Why did you pick the color scheme? That kind of thing. We do have an e-portfolio requirement at the end of the semester. And basically, I recommend people use LinkedIn because that actually has, it's set up, it has everything that you need. And in our area, business and CIT, you are going to want to be on LinkedIn because it is somewhere that employers look. GitHub is like a portfolio for your code. So we do put the final project on GitHub. It's not difficult. I have a video that shows you how to do it. Okay, so it's nothing that you should be worrying about. Our final exam in here is an MTA exam. And for that, you have to register at Certiport. I do have a practice test for you, and the two exams that we have in this class, the types of questions that you're going to see on the MTA are similar to the types of questions I put in those exams. Okay, so the exams kind of help prepare you for the MTA as well. A typical week in here would involve reading the textbook chapters, going through the lecture demo, and there's a lot of interactive exercises that I encourage you to utilize because you cannot learn how to create web pages by reading. Okay, it's something that you have to do to understand. So the more practice you get, the better you're going to be at creating the web pages and remembering all of the code and the CSS. After you go through the lecture demo, you're going to have a textbook assignment, which is practicing what you have learned, and then the lab assignment, which is more free form. It's not directive, so you will be then applying what you have learned to your own pages. And then periodically we have either a discussion or a quiz that you are going to need to complete. So that's pretty much what we do in this class. You can read through all of that, but I've already kind of given you an overview. As far as communicating with me, again, email is the best way. You can also attend the live stream office hours. As far as correcting, usually I will correct your assignments within a couple days of the due date. If I'm going to correct on a different day, I will post an announcement and let you know. And sometimes I delay correcting on purpose to give you more time to get it done. So just so you know. Let's see. So attendance, basically in an online class, if you don't submit anything for 3 weeks, you are not attending. In live stream, I'm going to be taking attendance. Okay, so for those lecture demo days, I will be taking attendance just like I do in a regular class. Anytime that you don't attend for 2 to 3 weeks, you may be administratively withdrawn. Now, I wouldn't just drop you from class. I would email you and let you know that, hey, you need to start attending or this could happen. Okay, so you get some warnings. As far as the computer labs go, if something happens to your computer and you need to come to campus, there is a lab in the Beckett building on the 2nd floor in room 214 that you can use. There's also a business pod of computers in the Osterlin or the old Osterlin library, okay, in the Student Success Center. Those are the 2 places on campus that have computers with the software that you need. Make sure you select the link here and check their hours. And keep in mind that this semester, the entire campus is closing after Thanksgiving. So you are, for this class, because the class goes into December, couple weeks in December, you need to make sure you have access to a computer at home. And I should mention, if that is going to be a problem, okay, let's say you don't have a computer at home, I will let you work ahead and finish early, okay? So working ahead is never a problem. Working behind is more of a problem. So I do expect the assignments to be turned in on time. So if you are going to be late, all you have to do is communicate with me, okay? If you're working ahead, you don't need to get permission for that. You can go ahead and work ahead. If you need me to open additional lesson blocks, then you need to let me know, okay? Because they're all pretty much done. As far as the college syllabus goes, I'm gonna let you look at that because that is college policies that you need to be aware of. The course assignment schedule basically outlines what we're gonna cover each week and when it is due. So you'll notice that most of our assignments are due on Mondays. Okay, and I recommend printing this out because then what you can do as you complete things is you can just cross them out. And students have found that to be very helpful. So for the first week, there are a couple different things that you need to complete. The first thing is the student profile glossary. Now, if you aren't sure how to do this, if you've read through the instructions, click on the video link because I made a video that shows you how to do it. But basically, you're going to click on this link. You're going to add a new entry. And then your name goes in here as a concept. I'm going to click on the little arrow here. And then you need to upload a photo. When you upload the photo, make sure you change the width to either 150 or 200. Okay? Otherwise, it's going to be enormous. Then you need to add either a 1-sentence statement about yourself or hashtags that describe you. You can add a quote with hashtags, okay? Anything that you want to share with the class. Now, where this is going to go, so once you've got all of this in here and you save, it ends up going, let me go back to our main page. It goes into the student spotlight. So you can see here's one that I did. So I did a little quote from Confucius and some hashtags. And this picture was huge. So I did change the width to 200. And then I pressed tab and the height automatically adjusted. Okay, so that is your first assignment, is to get that profile in there. That is worth points. Okay, then your second assignment is to do the discussion exercise. So if you click on here, you will see that I did one. And so basically, you're going to give us your name or your nickname, what your major is, what your hobbies and interests are, any information that you want to share. So only put in what you are comfortable with. Now, I'm pretty comfortable sharing, so I tend to overshare. You do not need to write all of this, okay? But I use this as an opportunity to tell you what my background is. So I give you kind of a background, why I went into teaching, types of classes that I have taught, and hobbies that I'm interested in. You don't need to include all of that unless you want to, okay? Totally up to you. Okay, so the discussion is also worth points. So you want to make sure that you do both the profile and the discussion. And with the profile, the cool thing about this, because we've got live stream and online students in this class, every time you come in, you're going to see a different student. So that's actually really cool. And it's one way for you guys to get to know each other. Now I'm going to hide the sidebar. So first assignment is the profile. Second assignment is the discussion exercise. And then you're going to read through the web development overview. So this is basically the first chapter in the book. Once you finish that, you're going to do the quiz. Now, what if you don't have the book yet? Well, I anticipate this the first week. So the quiz is really based on this lecture. Okay, so you're going to go into the quiz. It is open book, open note. So you can have the quiz open and you can have the lecture open. And you can look up the answers in the lecture. Okay, so that quiz is your third and final assignment for this week. What you need to do before next week, before lesson 2, is you need to get the software installed. So you need to download Visual Studio Code, because that is the editor that we are using in this class. Okay, and I have a link here for that. You also need to download FileZilla, which is a cross-platform file transfer program. I have a web server that I will be setting up your accounts on. And I will be emailing you the information you need for FileZilla. Okay, so you're going to want to download and install FileZilla. Okay, and then you also need to have a couple different web browsers to view pages on, because pages look different in the different browsers. So if you click on this, Chrome is one that you definitely want. You also are going to want Firefox. And I would suggest Microsoft Edge. Now, a lot of students also like Opera. And if you're on a Windows machine, you can have those 4. If you are on a Apple machine, you're going to have Safari. Safari does not run on a Windows machine anymore. Okay, so if you are a Mac user, you can have Safari, and I believe there are versions of Chrome and Firefox that you can download on Macs as well. Okay, so make sure you get all of the software that you need for this class downloaded and installed. Now, what happens if you have trouble downloading and installing? Well, that is when you come up here and you look to see when my office hours are, and you come in to the live office hours. You can share your screen and I will help you get the software installed. Okay, and if the office hours don't work for you, just send me an email. We can set up a different time to meet and get you all set up. Because it's really important going into our second week that you have all that software installed. Okay, because I don't want you guys getting behind. Okay, so if you have any questions, run into problems, let me know. Have a great first week.